As more than half the country sleepwalks into the clutches of Marxism and tyranny, they fail to heed the wisdom of those that experience the cruelty, the oppression, and the degradation after a similar revolution in the last century. Megacorporations with powerful lobbying departments and unlimited financial resources have reaped tremendous profits, and they've seen their stock prices soar to all-time highs, while hundreds of thousands of small restaurants and retailers have closed for good. Somewhere between 1/3 and 1/2 of all small businesses in the United States have closed or will close permanently. Our wealthy elite overlords work remotely from their multi-million-dollar mansions. They send their kids to expensive private schools. They dine on white truffles and caviar at the French Laundry for $1,200. It's us and them. Millions of formerly middle class and poor are lining up at food banks because authoritarian governors like Newsom, Cuomo, Whitmer, Murphy, and Wolf have shut down small businesses without any science to back up their dictatorial actions. But they're allowing Walmart, Costco, Lowe's, and other favored companies to remain open. You see, if you drive 50% of small businesses into insolvency, all those sales and profits must gravitate to the connected megacorporations, and we've seen that. The corporations then pay off politicians to enforce regulations and mandates to keep the profits flowing and small businesses from competing. America, as we know it, will cease to exist, and those that aren't connected to the oligarchs will sink into impoverishment and slavehood status. The oligarchs will reap the riches while they retain control through an iron fist and sophisticated technological surveillance. The miraculous injection will become mandatory to work, to travel, to shop, and Big Pharma is already reaping billions in profits while being shielded from liability when it goes wrong. By acquiescing to the demands of these totalitarians, we are sentencing future generations to a digital gulag with the threat of a real gulag for dissenters. Our world is descending into darkness, a world where you'll own nothing but you'll be happy, according to Schwab's Great Reset. For decades, they've been slowly chipping away at the foundations of our society, chipping away at family, faith, personal responsibility, honesty, hard work, community standards, goodwill toward your fellow man, the freedom to make your own choices, and adherence to agreed-upon societal rules. Now, they're ready for the final destruction of our foundational values. You'll eat bugs. You'll eat fake meat to preserve the planet. You'll be denied fossil fuels to preserve the planet. And you'll be provided just enough digital currency to survive. You'll perform menial jobs and be thankful to your overlords. You will dutifully take your injection boosters without question, or face the gulag. You'll gladly agree to being chipped and electronically monitored. You'll only consume government messaging, and you won't be allowed to contemplate contrary views. And you'll no longer be able to hide behind the safety of the Constitution. A new order will supplant that outdated scrap of parchment. They want billions of obedient automatons with the same face, the same thoughts, adhering to their mandates and their proclamations. And once these Marxists seize complete power, they'll never relinquish it. This battle is for all the marbles, and if we lose, we'll be subjugated and we'll be punished. It's time to fight, not time to heal. The enemy and their tactics have been laid bare for anybody that chooses to acknowledge reality and realize that a battle for the soul of our civilization is underway. Being trapped in a normalcy bias bubble is not a viable strategy. The initial financial crisis is now entering the violent upheaval stage, where the future of our country hangs in the balance, and hoping for the cavalry to arrive in the nick of time to save the day, that's naive and dangerous wishful thinking. The future will be determined by individual acts of bravery and courage. Set an example for others by courageously speaking the truth and stand up to those intent on enslaving us through their lies. If you think that we have time to fight at a future date, you're badly mistaken. The time has arrived. Heal or fight. This is Nancy Morgan Hart.